From ancient wisdom to modern life, a profound truth echoes. Your inherent nature, your temperament, doesn't just influence, it dictates your destiny. As Liao Fam 21 wisely states, all things shift with the heart. Reality arises from the mind. Different temperaments inevitably lead to divergent fates. The emotional landscape within you sculpts the world around you. An agitated mind, prone to impulse, invites error and subsequent suffering. A heart restless with uncontrolled emotions becomes a slave to its own turmoil, devoured by an irresistible temptation that promises endless pain. True mastery of self, and thus of life, begins with mastering your emotions. The monk's wisdom, a lesson in restraint. Consider the poignant tale of a man, initially poor and lacking foresight, whose fortunes turned overnight. A great storm toppled his wall, revealing a hidden pot of gold. Yet, newfound wealth couldn't quell his deep-seated insecurities. He sought a Zen master's counsel, who sagely advised, "You possess wealth, others possess wisdom. Why not exchange your riches for their insight?" The man, determined, found a monk in the city who offered wisdom at an exorbitant price. 1,000 pieces of silver per teaching. Eager, the man agreed. The monk's cryptic advice, when confronted with a difficult situation, do not act hastily. Instead, take 3 steps forward, then 3 steps back. Repeat this thrice, and wisdom will reveal itself. Skeptical, but bound by his purchase, the man returned home. That very night, a scene of betrayal ignited a furious rage within him as he discovered his wife with another man. Grabbing a knife, he was about to strike when the monk's words flashed in his mind. He mechanically paced 3 steps forward, then 3 steps back, repeating the motion 3 times. Suddenly, the other man stirred, asking, "Son, what are you doing awake at this late hour?" It was his own mother. A cold realization washed over him. The wisdom he had bought had saved him from an unspeakable act. The following morning, he paid the monk in full, his skepticism replaced by profound gratitude. Emotions, fleeting storms, lasting impact. Life, in its unpredictable rhythm, constantly throws irritating curveballs, conflicts with colleagues and clients, domestic disputes with spouses, children, or parents, and clashes of interest or affection with friends. Even the smallest irritants can stir a tempest within us. Yet, every emotion, no matter how intense, is inherently transient. It rises, lingers, and eventually dissipates. The key, therefore, is to seize control before the storm escalates. When problems emerge, master your emotions. Resist impulsiveness, shun extremism, and hold back harsh words. Learn to rein in your temper. Your temperament casts a long shadow over your entire existence, carrying immense karmic weight. An impatient disposition diminishes your wisdom. A volatile temper erodes your health. Conversely, a gentle and harmonious nature cultivates deep and lasting blessings. Temperament and good fortune exist in a delicate balance. As one rises, the other recedes. True strength lies not in demonstrating anger, but in its masterful control. Zheng Guofan, the transformation of a temper. Consider Zheng Guofan, a formidable figure in Chinese history. In his youth, his fiery temper led to constant quarrels and alienated those around him. After a significant setback in his official career, stripped of military command, he retreated home for 3 years. His anger festered, lashing out at his siblings and servants. It was only through the persistent counsel of a close friend that he began to introspect, realizing that many challenges weren't solely others' fault, but required self-correction. Upon his return to public service, Zheng Guofan was a changed man. He became gracious, humble, and deeply empathetic, understanding others' perspectives. His career, once stalled, blossomed. He eventually achieved the highest official ranks, earning the title of first-class marquis and serving as Viceroy of Liangjiang and Jili. the source of all blessings. When the heart is calm, all endeavors flow smoothly. When anger ignites, it becomes a toxic blaze, consuming everything. All blessings, without exception, are rooted in a good temperament. A person who can master their anger is a force more powerful than one who conquers a fortified city. Whether your innate personality leans towards gentleness or firmness, if you can pause, reflect, and think rationally in moments of irritation, even an ordinary life can unfold with serenity and grace. Within a family, a spouse with a good temperament is the most profound blessing. When husband and wife live in harmony, the entire household thrives in peace and prosperity. This not only minimizes daily conflicts, but also provides the most invaluable education for children. A mother with a gentle disposition fosters emotional stability in her children. A father with a calm demeanor instills a sense of security. These subtle, unspoken influences cultivate kind, compassionate, and well-balanced souls. A good temperament is a priceless asset in life. It naturally minimizes conflict, paving a wider, smoother path forward. When you engage with others, fostering positive relationships, a truly fulfilling life is inevitable. Cultivating a good temperament is not merely about understanding others. It is also an act of profound self-compassion. If you cannot master your own emotions, you cannot master your own life. You become a mere slave to your feelings. The White Dragon, King's Profound Question. The legendary White Dragon King of Thailand, a figure of immense spiritual authority, often recounted. Many people come to me asking about their careers, family harmony, children's future, or love lives. But I only ask them one question: is your temperament good? He firmly believed that with a good temperament, all other aspects of life would naturally align and blessings would deepen. To discern a person's fortune, simply observe their temperament. When a bad temper flares, good fortune retreats. Those with good temperaments are universally seen as kind, gentle, and beloved. Those with poor temperaments are hot-headed, irritable, and often unreasonable, causing others to avoid them. A good temperament is not only a crucial element of physical and mental well-being, but also the key to nourishing the soul. In every corner of life, anger and frustration arise, wounding both body and spirit, harming self and others. Learn not to surrender to anger. Instead, use wisdom and gentleness to dissolve negative energies. In doing so, your life will become brighter, clearer. With a good temperament, true gratitude and appreciation can flourish, opening doors to genuine happiness. The Old Man's Running Ritual, a parable of growth. An ancient parable tells of a man who, whenever consumed by anger, would run 3 laps around his home. Over the years, his land and wealth expanded exponentially, yet the running ritual persisted. One day, his grandson asked, "Grandfather, no one around here owns more land than you. Can you tell me why you still run 3 laps around your property whenever you get angry?" The old man replied, "When I was young, each time I ran, I'd think, my house is so small, my land so meager. How can I possibly have the time or the right to be angry with others?" And my anger would vanish, replaced by a fierce drive to work harder. Now, in my old age, when I run, I think, my house is already so grand, my land so vast. Why should I quibble over trivialities with others? And my anger still dissipates. Victory through forgiveness, defeat through anger. Victory is forged through forgiveness. Defeat is sealed by anger. Only those who cultivate contentment can live with ease and tranquility. Without it, even immense wealth cannot bring true peace or joy to the heart. Wang Yangming, a revered Ming Dynasty philosopher, declared, "A narrow heart is the root of calamity. A broad heart is the gateway to blessings. When anger arises, blessings recede." If you wish to retain your blessings, you must first master your anger. Do not allow your temperament to sabotage your good fortune. Controlling your anger is already half the battle won towards success. A good temperament attracts both wealth and blessings. Conversely, a lack of emotional self-management will see both good fortune and luck drift away. A person's luck is, in essence, an energy field. When this energy field radiates harmony, rather than resentment, everyone and everything around them transforms into a source of support. Good things naturally manifest. As the law of attraction posits, every event in your life is drawn to you by your own energy. A generous, gentle person, like the sun's warmth, attracts positive and beautiful experiences into their life. Your temperament fundamentally dictates how life treats you. The wisdom of right and wrong. There's a profoundly practical saying. If you are right, you do not need to be angry. If you are wrong, you have no right to be angry. In life, strive to minimize anger. Use tolerance and understanding to resolve conflicts, and you will witness a positive transformation. To be forgiving of others is, in truth, to be kind to yourself. The worse a person's temperament, the thinner their blessings. The better their temperament, the deeper their blessings. The ancients taught, as long as one's temperament is good, all things will be good. A person's prosperity, wealth, and career success are intimately tied to their disposition. The more irritable, the shallower their blessings. The calmer, the more stable their fortunes. Your temperament shapes your destiny. All destructive tempers ultimately bring self-inflicted consequences. The Book of Hand declares, harmony gives rise to auspiciousness. Discord gives rise to calamity. When anger consumes a person, they lose their reason, easily leading to disastrous actions with severe lifelong repercussions. During the tumultuous spring and autumn period, the small state of Liao, though recognized, could have enjoyed prosperity. Yet its ruler, Duke Zhuang, allowed his terrible temper to destroy everything. One day, enraged by a water stain in his courtyard, he furiously questioned a servant. The servant, who had a grievance against a visiting dignitary, falsely claimed the dignitary had urinated there after a banquet. Blinded by rage, Duke Zhuang, without investigation, ordered the dignitary's arrest. The dignitary, however, had already fled back to his home state. Even more furious, Duke Zhuang slammed his hand so hard that he fell into a brazier, sustaining severe burns. The wounds became infected and festered, leading to his death not long after. An old adage warns, a small spark of fire, if not extinguished, can burn down an entire field. Anger solves nothing. It only plunges matters into deadlock. Each time we lose control, we push our lives deeper into a chasm of despair. The fish and the temper, a metaphor for self-destruction. In the Amazon basin, the yue fish, known for its fierce nature, is often outsmarted by the tiny sharp-nosed fish. When pursued, the sharp-nosed fish hides in crevices and provokes the yue. Enraged, the yue lunges, mouth agape, only to have its throat blocked by the smaller fish, unable to swallow anything, eventually starving to death. In Buddhism, it is said, anger is like a fire that burns down the forest of merit. Wherever the fire of anger spreads, merit and blessings find no foothold. If you cannot control your anger, all the good fortune in your life will gradually be consumed. Only by maintaining a stable demeanor, practicing self-restraint, remaining calm in adversity, and undisturbed by difficulties, will your blessings overflow and your life's path widen. For adults, temperament truly determines destiny. Huang Fu Shi versus Pei Du, a tale of two fates. A coarse mind and clumsy heart can achieve little. A calm mind and serene heart attract 100 blessings. A volatile temper is a tiger blocking life's path. A good temperament is the engine of success. During the Tang Dynasty, the high-ranking official Huang Fu Shi was known for his quick temper. Once, stung by a bee, he furiously destroyed its nest. Another time, his son made a writing mistake, and Huang Fu Shi bit his son's hand until it bled. Despite his extraordinary talent, his unpredictable temper hindered his career. He was eventually demoted to Luoyang, living in poverty, until a year before his death, when Pei Du, a fellow minister, invited him as an advisor. marginally improving his circumstances. Even then, he never fully curbed his temper, frequently offending others. In contrast, Pei Du was known for his gentle and humble nature. Despite facing setbacks, he maintained authority in court without arrogance. Once, he commissioned the famous poet Bai Ju Yi to write an inscription for a temple he helped build. Huang Fuxi, hearing this, was enraged. "How dare you seek someone else when I am here? I cannot tolerate this." But Pei Du did not argue. Instead, he personally pleaded with Huang Fuxi to write the inscription. Upon receiving the work, he presented over 1,000 bolts of silk as a token of gratitude, earning widespread praise. A commentator remarked, "History can be cruel. Some with immense talent remain unknown, while others leave a brilliant mark." Huang Fuxi, due to his erratic temper, lived a solitary life, dying quietly and buried in his hometown suburbs. Pei Du, on the other hand, was beloved throughout his life, posthumously honored as Grand Preceptor and enshrined in Emperor Xianzong's temple. Rather than blaming cruel reality, it is wiser to acknowledge that character truly shapes destiny. As the saying goes, the highest caliber person has talent without fault. The second caliber has talent with fault. The lowest caliber has no talent, but many faults. A slave to their emotions, no matter their initial advantages or abilities, will inevitably face dead ends. Only by mastering one's temperament, embracing tolerance and composure, can one navigate life with grace and freedom. A good temperament is a person's most powerful calling card. An adage wisely states, "A talented person with a gentle temperament is surely a great talent." A wise person with a calm demeanor possesses clear and insightful thought. The greatest wisdom in life is to maintain a serene heart and a stable temperament. From youthful zeal to mature serenity. In our youth, brimming with passion, we often believe we must achieve miracles to truly live. But with maturity and countless experiences, we come to understand that only a serene, almost detached composure allows us to truly transcend. At 22, a young man founded a plastics factory, quickly securing a large order. However, after production, the client unexpectedly canceled due to personal reasons. The young man, seething with anger, wanted to confront them directly. But he paused, controlled his temper, and instead brought his finished products back to the client, seeking another opportunity. Though the original outcome didn't change, his tolerance deeply moved the client, who then referred him to many new customers. This entrepreneur always kept a motto in his office: stand firm in high places, rely on stability, and advance towards vastness. His generous demeanor became not just a principle for work, but a source of pride in his success. In his book, he recounts a story of a manager who, during negotiations, argued with a client and lost a contract. The manager feared severe punishment. But instead of reprimanding, the leader gently encouraged him to learn from the experience and prepare better next time. This display of tolerance deeply touched the manager, who worked tirelessly and eventually regained the contract. Looking back at this entrepreneur's life, whether dealing with clients or subordinates, he always maintained a harmonious attitude, rarely losing his temper. His good temperament helped him forge many strong relationships, and even at 95, he continued to thrive in business. The smallness of temper, the vastness of life. Towards work, one cannot be anything but serious. Towards people, one cannot be anything but gentle. A person with a mild temperament easily attracts good fortune. Even when stepping into shadows, they can transform a tiny spark of light into a vast, starry sky. The smaller your temper, the broader your career path. Remaining calm and rational in challenges allows you to seize opportunities at work. The better your temperament, the smoother your relationships. Treating others with tolerance and harmony earns their respect. The more stable your temperament, the better your health. An expansive, optimistic mind keeps you vibrant. As the saying goes, a good temperament is life's universal pass. When people are calm, all endeavors unfold smoothly, like a gentle spring breeze. The smaller your temper, the happier your family. A bad temperament is like an infectious disease, and the first ones to be contaminated are our loved ones. Psychology describes a phenomenon. A father, reprimanded by his boss, comes home and yells at his child bouncing on the sofa. The child, angry, kicks the cat. The startled cat runs into the street, causing a truck to swerve and accidentally injure a child on the sidewalk. A bad temper easily affects those closest to us, and we often have a habit of unleashing negative emotions on our most beloved. In a family where one person has a bad temper, peace is elusive. Either everyone is drawn into the anger, or they become timid and withdrawn. Consider three sisters, all with good temperaments, who built successful lives. Now, their lives are worlds apart. The eldest and youngest married kind-hearted men. They both raised daughters who now live in big cities. Their grandchildren are lively and adorable, and they themselves exude youthful energy. The second sister, however, married a man with a terrible temper. He beat their son relentlessly from childhood. The son grew up withdrawn, unable to speak up, lacking any masculine confidence. He now works in his hometown, refuses to call his father dad, and doesn't even acknowledge him. His wife constantly clashes with her father-in-law, often arguing over the need for their daughter to call him grandpa to receive New Year's money. The second sister's wife, equally stubborn, never yields in arguments. Their own daughter, growing up in such an environment, has also become very introverted. The second sister herself worries day and night about family matters, looking decades older. Each time she advises her husband to calm down, he retorts, "I see what he's doing, and I intentionally provoke a little to vent my anger." Consequently, family conflicts are ceaseless, dragging the entire family into despair. A bad temperament is, at its core, a form of selfishness. Knowing full well that a problem can be resolved amicably, yet choosing to lash out to satisfy one's own emotional urges. Such selfish treatment of loved ones destroys any chance of family happiness. In such households, children either feel ashamed of the constant conflicts, living with their heads down, or they absorb the negative temperament, spreading their own frustrations and creating further troubles. A person with a bad temperament can truly drag an entire family into the abyss. Temperament and health, the silent cancer. The smaller your temper, the better your health. Negative emotions are a silent, insidious cancer. The accumulated pressures, frustrations, and anxieties over years, even if you've consciously forgotten them, your body has not. Modern medicine increasingly validates the intimate connection between negative emotions and various diseases. The book Emotions That Kill cites numerous studies. Panic attacks can lead to mitral valve prolapse. Anxiety can cause irritable bowel syndrome. Chronic anger or hostility increases the risk of high blood pressure and coronary artery disease. Emotions like hatred, grief, unforgiveness, and self-loathing can lead to autoimmune diseases such as rheumatoid arthritis, lupus erythematosus, and multiple sclerosis. Suppressed rage can result in chronic tension headaches, back pain, temporomandibular joint disorder, and fibromyalgia syndrome. Research highlights that emotions most damaging to the immune system include anger, sadness, fear, depression, resentment, suspicion, and seasonal emotional dysregulation. Like arguments in summer and depression in winter, those with bad temperaments are most prone to anger and consequently to ill health. The best way to protect yourself is not through diet or supplements, but by controlling your temperament. Start by building harmonious relationships with yourself, your parents, children, superiors, and colleagues, and master your own emotions. When your heart is peaceful and your relationships are harmonious, illness will naturally stay away. Life encompasses three spheres: your own affairs, others' affairs, and God's affairs. Love yourself, handle your own matters with gentleness, and interfere less with others or God's. This is a lifelong lesson. What is most important in life, if not career, family, and health? A bad temperament can destroy all of these vital aspects, ruining your entire life. No one else is responsible for your life. Only you are. And lashing out in anger is the greatest act of self-destruction. Life is like a suitcase. Pick it up when you need it, put it down when you don't. If you continuously drag heavy luggage when you don't need to, how can you live a light, carefree life? Life is finite. Only by acknowledging your faults, respecting others, and being tolerant can you be accepted. By letting go of your temper, you can achieve freedom and reconcile with yourself and the world. Cultivate a good temperament, and the good things in life will naturally come to you without invitation. Nurturing good health begins with calming the soul, which helps cultivate vital energy, strengthen the body, ward off disease, and extend longevity. Vital energy is the fundamental element that sustains life. Abundant vital energy means a healthy body. Its decline means weakness. Its depletion means the end of life. Typically, in youth, vital energy is plentiful, allowing for a balanced life without fear of hardship. But as middle age approaches, vital energy gradually depletes. As time goes on, the deficiency grows and the body weakens. If one does not moderate desires, the body's decline accelerates even faster. Many of life's struggles stem from our attachment to our temperaments. A bad temper makes others suffer and leaves us unhappy. When a bad temper persists, blessings dare not approach. Only when the temper is released do blessings manifest. Do not let your temperament block your blessings. Everyone has a temperament. Expressing it is instinct, but controlling it, that is true mastery. Truly capable individuals focus on enhancing their abilities rather than displaying their temper. They know how to control and utilize their temperament in a way that earns others respect and admiration. Throughout our lives, we triumph through gentleness. Love requires patience, and temperament demands careful consideration. Hot-headed, impulsive individuals rarely achieve great things. For those with a peaceful heart and harmonious disposition, all good fortune naturally finds its way. An easily angered person is like a powder keg, ready to explode at the slightest provocation. No matter how much luck they possess, it can easily be pushed away. A bad temperament is the root of calamity, while a harmonious one is the source of good fortune. Only by cultivating one's temperament will good luck knock on the door. If you are right, you do not need to be angry. If you are wrong, you have no right to be angry. This is genuine wisdom. Yet, sadly, most people fail to grasp this. Most find reasons to be angry, but the anger itself emanates from within. This isn't to say one should never be angry. No human can completely avoid it. But at the very least, learn to control your anger, avoid unwarranted outbursts, and minimize them as much as possible. A single fit of rage can demolish all your efforts. No matter how well you've treated others, one outburst can render all that good meaningless. Blessings and good fortune will gradually slip away. The feeling of anger not only harms yourself, but also impacts your family and loved ones. Even their boundless tolerance has limits. Such examples are abundant in life, constantly reminding us of the need to control our temperament to preserve happiness and health. However, far too many people disregard this. They could clearly live better lives, yet they settle for mediocrity, or worse, and rationalize it with countless excuses. If one possesses enough courage to offer excuses, why not try to change one's temperament? If others are at fault, why allow your temperament to run wild, making your own life progressively worse? Anger harms the body. All illnesses arise from disrupted qi, vital energy, and all diseases originate from the heart. Negative emotions gradually infiltrate the body, much like an apple that appears fresh on the outside but begins to rot within. Initially, the symptoms are not obvious, but once they accumulate to a certain degree, they often manifest as the onset of a major illness. In life, the most important thing is to have a healthy body to receive blessings. Often, human anger can be entirely controlled and regulated. Do not use others' mistakes to punish yourself. Do not let anger fester overnight. A hot-headed, crude individual rarely achieves anything significant. A person with a peaceful heart and harmonious disposition attracts all blessings. The more gentle your temperament, the deeper your blessings. When you cultivate and correct your temperament, good fortune will naturally seek you out, and that is the beginning of happiness. From ancient times to the present, Gentleness and composure have been the hallmark of a blessed person. An irritable, easily angered individual rarely possesses good fortune. The good and bad fortune in life may seem unpredictable on the surface, but ultimately, they are all the result of one's own cultivation. Maintain your temperament, and you will maintain your good fortune and accumulate blessings. From today, strive to become a person of good temperament. Use tolerance to replace calculation, and calmness to replace anger. Only when your heart is always joyful, free from sorrow and anger, can you achieve true serenity in life.